Leaves it behind for LaRue as he'll take it up the far side. LaRue bounces it over his stick. He's looking. He'll backhand it over to D'Amico, who shoots and scores! Oh, captain, my captain. Kentucky leads it 1-0. Back down low to Mulligan. Mulligan looking at top of the faceoff circle. He'll fire it across. Here's a chance. It's saved by Allen. Thomas Grace on the doorstep. Try to lift it up. Allen floundering down. Stacked it out of the air. And 30 seconds on the penalty kill for Kentucky. Under 5 to play in the first period. And one Tayer's taken down. Here's LaRue. He'll look, he'll shoot, and score! Mark LaRue, how do you do? 2-0 Kentucky. Delaney gets it over to Quinn. Quinn will backhand it to Chabot. It just bounced away from him. Delaney knocks one in the boards. Here's Chabot. He'll shoot just wide. A backhanded chance from Quinn goes in. On the rebound, it's Brett Quinn. Makes it 3-0 Kentucky. James will wait. Logue will come across. But Cass will go for a change. 2:06 left in the first period. Here comes O'Born. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Here's Cortapella, but he whiffed on it. Played back around as they took a wicked bounce to the right post. Cortapella, he'll shoot one. It goes in! Across his stick, right to Chabot. Chabot plays it through the feet of Burke. He'll wheel it around to the far side. The Quinn, a ripper from Eastlak's former office, and just sent it wide. Cortapella in that left face-off circle to Chabot. He'll bring it out to the high slot across to Tim Burke on the far side. Over to Cortapella, bounces off his stick, can't control it. He'll play it off a bounce. He'll look far side at Tim Burke, back up top to Cortapella. He'll launch one, that's off the stick of Wagner. Chabot will pick up the rebound down low. He'll bring it back out. A ripper from Cortapella down low to Quinn. Quinn will bank it off the blocker of Wagner. D'Amico to Chabot. Chabot will wheel it up top. He'll look for an open space. He'll look and shoot and scores! Welcome to Lexington, Cam Chabot. His first goal as a Wildcat. His 61st career ACHA goal. It's starting to become that point in the game where the coaching staff likes to have that big lead and then just dump the puck down, make them go chase, and make them do all the sprints trying to get back towards their own side, which is how Kentucky thrives on the defensive side. Here comes Chabot after a loose puck, trying to get it through a diving Wagner, and Quinn pokes it in.
What a play. I don't know if that was completely intentional, but that was a beauty. That was an absolute beauty.
For almost a hometown team. As D'Amico will bring it back into the zone, 3 seconds. Here's a shot from LaRue that goes in. What a pass from D'Amico. And that's LaRue, 4-2. Passed over to Delaney. Here's Quinn. Up the near side. Quinn across the blue line. Here's a one-timer from Delaney and scores! Nick Delaney buries it on a one-timer from Brett Quinn, and it's 8-0. The Glen. Tim Burke Off the stick of Delaney, right at the blue line, gets it up to the neutral zone. Chabot will turn on a dime. Over to Quinn, right out front to Kyle Burke, and a diving mulligan pokes it away, and into the neutral zone it goes. Tim Burke will fire it back down. It takes a weird bounce off the glass in front of the stands. And Boston will recollect and will slow the pace. Trying to gather themselves as Grace crosses the center line, gets it over to Mulligan, gets in the attacking zone. Puck battled for, knocked in by Kyle Burke. Here's Delaney, he'll look, he'll shoot, and scores! The freshman, Nick Delaney, with his second goal on the season, and we are tied at 1. We'll take it, DDD pass from Soup to James. Up to LaRue, into the attacking zone, throws her brakes on, looking across for D'Amico. And as he took a shoulder into the helmet, couldn't get enough wood on it. LaRue with it, tries to bounce it up, and it goes in! LaRue with a friendly bounce, and Kentucky claims the lead at 2-1. Go out on the road. I'm bringing a big UK flag and setting it up. But in the meantime, here comes NC State with an attempt, and Philip Bailey scores. High over the shoulder of Allen, and with 2 minutes left in the period, NC State has struck first. And they've had twice as many power play opportunities. So NC State on your screen will be going right to left. Cats will be going left to right wearing the black jersey, which is going to be very hard to see once they go to the opposite end of the rink. Here's a shot that's off the glove, a backhand attempt, and it goes in. Garrett Arini just swatted at it right in front of the goal, and it just perfectly deflected in the net, and NC State strikes on the power play. And they lead it 2-0 in the first 20 seconds of the second period, as 14:50 left here in the second. Face-off controlled by the Ice Pack. Here's Herman looking, fires it out in front to Arini, saved by Allen. Another attempt by Bailey, sticked aside and rifled down the ice by D'Amico. One that bounces up and over. Here come the Ice Pack, gets shook, trying to dance around Kyle Burke, and does. He'll slide, and saved by Allen. Here's Chabot looking for a lane. Here's D'Amico, who shoots once and scores! The captain strikes on the power play, and Kentucky cuts the lead in half. Hoping Delaney was right there, back door, couldn't find him. And here's Delaney looking, shooting off the post, and scores! Nick Delaney, his third of the season, and we are tied at 2. NC State with just 9 shots on goal from the start of the second period till about right now, close to halfway through period 3. Cats leading on the shot board, 30-25. Here's Costello shooting one, and deflects in! Colin Costello gets the lucky bounce off the foot of an Ice Pack player, and Kentucky storms back and takes the lead. Costello's first goal of the season. And the Cats lead 3-2 with 12 and a half left here in the third. All is quiet in Raleigh. And that's the best sound I've heard all night. Nothing from the home fans. And just whiffed on it. Here comes Herman. Back in the attacking zone. He'll fly one off the shoulder of Allen. Over the near corner. Blocked off the body of Cade Cox right at the blue line. Here comes Kentucky. Chabot skates in, shoots and scores! Cam Chabot makes it a 2-goal lead for Kentucky. The time, I believe, expired on the shorthanded goal. Chabot on the breakaway, all by himself, scores his third of the season, and Kentucky leads it 4-2 with 7 minutes left in Raleigh. Cats trying to cling on, trying to hold on and win, finally, against the Ice Pack. Taken by Kentucky out on the defensive blue line. Played all the way to the empty net and scores! Delaney picks up goal number 2 on the night, an empty netter. And this one has been put on ice. .29% successful last year on the power play. There's D'Amico still barking. Carl with it. Played high. Up to Costa. Across to Beeman. Down to the side of the faceoff circle to McDonough. Here's Beeman shooting one. Goal! Top shelf. And the Cards take an early lead on the power play. Get it back up to the point. Back over to the right-hand side to Underwood. Underwood escapes the wall, turns back around, backhands it over to Cortapello, who slaps at it. He'll shoot one, bouncing at the goal line and knocked away by Louisville. Kept into the zone, though, by Underwood. To Delaney, shoots one into the chest. Up to Giacomo, and here comes a Abreu to get LaRue away. Fired across, looking for D'Amico. He'll get it off a bounce. Played around to Chabot. Chabot looking for open spot, got it to Eastlack. Back over to Chabot. He'll skate in. He'll look. Try to fire it to Costello and scores! Costello gets Kentucky on the board with a power play goal. And it's 2-1 Louisville. Don't count out the Cats yet. Face off again to the left of DeGiacomo. Again, it's Chabot and Carl. Cats with the extra attacker. Net is empty. And they had to go get the puck for some reason. They weren't ready for the face-off. Now they are. Face-off drop. Controlled by Kentucky. D'Amico trying to race after it. 25 seconds. Taken by Louisville. Just past the stick of Costa and controlled by Eastlack. He'll backhand it up to Delaney. Delaney brings it in the attacking zone. He'll look right over to Tim Burke. It bounces off his stick. Kept in. 13 seconds. He'll dump it down to Chabot. Looking for space. Louisville will take it. One man falls. No penalty called. They're looking for it. Here's Delaney shooting one wide. Another chance blocked by Costa. And Louisville survives. 22 seconds left on the Kentucky power play, their third of the night. Power play, as mentioned earlier, that was 4 of 9 last weekend. But so far, have come up empty. Here's D'Amico shooting and scoring! Ask and ye shall receive. D'Amico's 9th of the season, a power play goal, and we are tied at 1. Played off the boards, right to Dombrowski, who whiffs on that pass attempt. Got it through the legs of one player. Right to Beal, who turned it over. Here comes a breakaway for me. Shooting it, scores! Kyle Mead with his 2nd on the season. And the Cats lead it 2-1. It up top to Chabot. Chabot, saucer pass to Burt. Across for D'Amico and just out in front of him. D'Amico diving attempt towards a goal is blocked. Here comes Dombrowski by himself with 3 seconds. Looking, shooting one, that's saved by Allen. And that is how period 2 ends. Gather back by Delaney. 10 seconds left on the man advantage before it comes 4-on-4 for the next whistle. Delaney shoots one that bounces off the goaltender and sent to the far side. 3 seconds left on the man advantage. Delaney has it bounce away from him. He'll play it off a bounce. We're back to full strength. Delaney skates, shooting, blocked. Cortapello, gather it back. It's tied up. Gathered by LaRue. He'll bring it to a stop. So we're 4-on-4. Here's Underwood. Launches and scores! Cats win! Cats win! Cats win! Underwood buries the overtime winner. Connor Underwood with his 1st of the season. The game-winning goal, and Kentucky knocks off Miami. Across as Cade Cox couldn't control it. Chabot brings it in the zone. Chased down on a loose puck by Cortabella. Throws it out in front to D'Amico and scores. Trying to play to the puck, but he immediately got attacked by Kentucky. Here comes the Sheriff. Here's Eastlake, skates in, looking, shooting, and scores! Gary Eastlack's 3rd of the season, career goal 92. And it's 2-0 Kentucky with 6:12 left here in period number 1. 8 last night as McConaughey tried to clear it out of the zone and just does as here comes Arini. A 2-on-1 chance for NC State. Arini looking for Herman, shooting and scores. Zach Herman, a short-handed goal from Arini. And we are tied at 2, as that's the 3rd short-handed goal given up by Kentucky this year on the power play for Kentucky. Cortapella. Cross to Chabot. Chabot skates in. Throws it out to Delaney and scores. Nick Delaney, his 10th of the season, a power play goal, and Kentucky regains the lead. Bounces off the stick of Oliver, taken by Cortapella. Cortapella looking across for D'Amico, bounces off his skate, right back to his stick to Cortapella. Back to D'Amico. Just glances off the stick, and Chabot hammers it home. The loose puck found the Indiana Tech transfer stick, and he was not missing the back of the net as Chabot scores his 7th on the season, and it's 4-2 Kentucky. Just 53 seconds into the period. So it'll be Chabot and Oliver on for the draw, controlled by Chabot. Santangelo will get back for it. It gets hammered into the boards by Oliver. It's played out to Bailey, who backhands it off of Underwood. Underwood gets it off to D'Amico. Out to Cortapella. Cortapella skates in, shoots it, scores! I will call it this time, Cortapella with the Philly celebration as he skates up the ice and scores his second of the weekend, his third on the season, and it's 5-2 Kentucky. So face off to the right of Lawrence. It'll be controlled by Kentucky. Here's Eastlack as he tried to whip one and whiffed on it. Second attempt and scores! Gary Eastlack's second on the night and fourth of the season. And it makes it 8-3 Kentucky.
Zone.
14:24 left here, first period. Not a lot of chances on either side so far. Almost like a carbon copy from a month ago of these two teams just battling for any type of possession in the early going. Holtz plays it back for Cortapella, throws it out in front looking for Chabot, and it bounced right in front of the crease. It's taken by Curley as he got it up to Grady. Back across and sent into the net by Katsios. Face off to the right of Cutler, controlled by Kentucky. Play all the way over the far side. It'll be taken by Cortapella. That's played up the far side. Looking for D'Amico was Holtz, but had it deflected back by UNC. He'll retake possession as Holtz gets it up to Cortapella, who just deflects it up to the center line, right to Curley. Curley has it taken away by Cortapella. Now here comes Chabot all alone. Chabot looks, goes around Brown, and knocks it home. Cam Chabot, his 8th of the season. And the Cats strike first. It's 1-0. In the last couple of seasons, and Cutler had one scored on him against Louisville last season, where the puck will just bounce high off the glass and take a wicked bounce right off your backside or just directly right in front of a player for an easy goal. As here comes Chabot. Little drop pass behind for D'Amico, taken by Cortapella, though. Trying to get it up towards Rakitic, and here comes a potential breakaway for Peltola. As he'll skate in, and he's taken down by Cortapella. No whistle, as Brown was throwing his hands in the air, begging for one. Here comes Kentucky the other way. D'Amico to Chabot, over to Cortapella, and scores! Here comes D'Amico, enters the zone, skates in, shoots one. That's off the shoulder of Brown. Chabot will pick it up. Chabot skates around the zone with it, looking, backhands it towards the net, and it's saved by Brown. Here's Delaney to Burke. Back over to Delaney. He'll skate in the face-off circle, shoots it, scores! Delaney's 11th of the season, and Kentucky makes it 4-0.
Better of them, but they're definitely a tough team to play against. They play very good fundamental hockey. Same thing as last year, good fundamental hockey. I believe we beat them every time last year as well, so trying to keep that trend continuing this year.
Here's one from Rakitic, that's loose out in front and cleaned up by Mead. Kyle Mead, his first career goal as a Wildcat. And 3 minutes in, it's 1-0 Kentucky. As Cortapella will tell Lagler to toss the puck into the bench. Barely. Cortapella well across the Supan. He'll try to throw one that was deflected in the face-off circle. Costello will play right back up to Supan, across to James. James looking, he'll shoot one that's deflected off the skate, and it's knocked in by Corbell. Unreal. His first 8 minutes in the game, and Ty Corbell gets his first as a Cat, and that's another puck that's going to come back in the Kentucky bench. Dayton still battling. Here's one looking for a deflection, and it's cleared up to Delaney. Delaney has D'Amico trailing behind. He'll drop it to him. D'Amico shooting and scoring! Goal number 6 on the season for D'Amico. Regular season goal number 59 in his career, and it's 3-1 Kentucky here midway through the first. So Cats back on the shorthand as Dayton floats it out to center ice. It's sent right back down by Rakitic as Cats will clear up. Dayton will look for open space. Chabot and D'Amico right there, waiting for Dayton to turn it over. They did not, and they dump it all the way by the scoreboard. Rakitic sends it up right to D'Amico. D'Amico looking for a second chance. Chabot skating down the right. He gets it to him, looking for Chabot, and just missed him by a step. Here comes Bora looking, shooting one off the pads. A second attempt from Bora, just goes wide. One flyer falls in front of Rakitic. Rakitic kept his hands up. Here comes Chabot down the other direction. Throws it out in front to D'Amico and scores! For the Kai video team standing behind that face-off circle with about 4 cameras pointing in that direction. Chabot backhands it right to Eastlake! And welcome back, Gary!
There he is.
There we go. Career goal number 90 for Eastlat. He's now 17 goals from second all time. As Raffone was skating in by himself, but smart play by Ramsey to throw it to the open defender. 52 seconds left on the power play chances. It just goes past the stick of Eastlack. And it's played down, and what a hit by Eastlack. Morin gets set down. Eastlack just forward the puck and said, hello, Mr. Morin, and good night. That has to be one of Eastlack's biggest hits of the season and maybe his career. That one was loud and hurtful. Tim Burke now brings it on his own with 20 seconds left on the power play chance. It's down low to Costello in the corner. He'll bring it up to the top of the face-off circle. He'll hand it off to Chabot. He rounds up to the top of the zone. He'll skate over to the other side. He'll look, he'll shoot, and scores! Cam Chabot, his 10th of the season, career ACHA goal number 70. And it's 1-0 Kentucky as the power play unit strikes. Face-off tied up and won back by the Musketeers. Played over to the near side as Lelby tries to come in and take a big hit and just kind of whiffed on it. It's cleared out by Xavier. Picked up by Tim Burke. He'll look up, passes it over to Santangelo. Santangelo spins around and skates up the center of the zone as he skates faster into the attacking zone as one man went down for the Musketeers. He tripped over his own skates. Loose puck picked up by Lowby. Up top to Tim Burke. Tim Burke rifles one and scores! Chabot out front to Koskrin, in and out of the glove of Frums. It bounces off the back of the goal as Koskrin was getting held. It goes out in front to D'Amico, who shoots and scores. Popping the bottle. It's 4-0. I don't think it was expecting it, but he got it to Quinn. Up top to Eastlack. Quick pass back to Quinn. Across to Delaney. Shooting and scoring. Another power play goal from Nick Delaney. His 13th of the season, and it's 5-0 Kentucky. Ramsey stops it, plays it up high to Burke. He'll spin in the face-off circle. He'll look for Eastlack. Little touch pass to Delaney. Back up top to Eastlack. He'll look. He'll shoot. He'll score! Oh, the Sheriff. Gary Eastlack with his 6th of the season, career goal 106. And it's 7-1. Extra attacker on for Kentucky. Here's Knoll. He'll throw one that's kicked aside. O'Bourne shoots one and scores! Welcome to the goal scoring list. Nick O'Bourne with his first as a Wildcat. Throwing his arms in the air saying, finally. What was a little over 500 fans in attendance has now whittled down to about 75 in the stands. 6 to 7 under the scoreboard. 6 to 7 in the observation area in the lobby. 4 more around where the goals are in the corner on the right-hand side of the screen. Santangelo over to Chabot, to Knoll, to Santangelo, and scores! Chabot chases after the loose puck. And another first-timer. It's Santangelo getting one. Anthony Santangelo finally pots his first. It's 11-1. So the Cats looking to stretch their winning streak out to 3 and move their TSCHL record of 4-3-1 after Louisville falls, and that's a goal scored by Cortapella as he buries one and does a little dance up towards the blue line. And the Cats have struck first with 16:20 left here in the period on Cortapella's 7th of the season. As the loose puck finds Eastlack, and it just hits off the post. Dumped back in by Boyajian. All the way over to the far side. Played away from Rice as Quinn went in for a hit. And it's played out. Oh, and what a shouldering hit by Holtz as he levels Rudo. Face off on the right-hand side now of Norvikis. Shot through the crease. Knoll will get it up top to Rakitic. Deflected on his shot by LaRue. That goes just wide. Played by Bowling Green as Sarnowski lost it. Here's LaRue who shoots one. That looked like it went in. LaRue got denied. It looked like it went under the bar, off the net, and shot right back out. But here's LaRue, who doesn't care and finally gets one back, assisted by Jack Knoll. And LaRue, in his return game, buries one to make it 4-0. Turnaround shot by Jaros goes wide, and now here comes Koskinen 1-on-2, and had it poked away from him as Rakitic gets knocked into the boards by Jaros and almost into the bench. Puck taken away by Cortapella. Backhanded pass towards D'Amico. D'Amico across to Costello, and that pass was a little too hot. Cortapella on the far side, up top to Boyajian, fires one. Here's D'Amico looking for deflection and got it to Parker Rice, who scores. Parker's 2nd of the season, and it's 5-0 Kentucky. Here's Rakitic with it behind the goal line, fires it up off the stick of Corbell into the attacking zone, recollected by Crandall. D'Amico trying to pinch in and keep the puck. But it's at center ice as Rakitic fires it the length of the ice as Corbell just shoulders down. Seals. Right at the blue line here, Santangelo skating in. Slap shot and scores! Holtzy holding the puck behind the net as Jaros just became fed up with watching the Cats holding the puck. Here's Santangelo with it. Spin around, fire it to Holtz. Holtz rings it around the boards. Here comes Delaney. Picks up the loose puck. He'll skate in, try to go through the legs of one. Picks it up. Trying to get the loose puck up to Boyajian. He got it there. Puck is tied up. Oh my gosh, for the love of God, somebody grab the puck. Boyajian, shoulders down. Jaros as he got slashed a little bit. Nobody's going to call for it. 8 seconds. Here comes Delaney. One more gasp. Delaney shoots one wide with 4 seconds. Arlie Cutler picks up career shutout number 3 as the Cats win 9-0. So it'll be Laube, Knoll, and LaRue on for the faceoff. It'll be Laube and somebody. Here's LaRue shooting one that's blocked in front. A second attempt goes in! Mark LaRue on the rebound. Buries it behind Martin. And it's 1-0 Kentucky on the back of LaRue's 5th of the season. So back to the draw to the left of Martin. Chabot wins it back for Tim Burke. Tim Burke rifles and scores! To Laube. Laube fires one off the head of Whitehead as LaRue had it on the rebound that sent it wide. Here's one that goes off the heel of Laube. LaRue coming in, sends it up top to Santangelo. Santangelo shoots one off the legs of Dubendorfer. Laube back to LaRue, back to D'Amico, out to Laube who scores! Tic-tac goal. It's Jake Laube, his 2nd of the year, and it's 8-0 Kentucky. As Roddy was still looking for his first goal, but the fans over that I was complaining about were kicking my glasses, shouting, "We want Johnny," and I don't know who they could be talking about. Roddy out to Costello. Costello spins around for one, looks, shoots, saved by Whitehead. I mean, there's a John Roush. There's a John Jaros. Here's Roddy, skating Roddy, shoot one. Oh, just wide. Roddy needs him one. He's one of the very, very few who have played in more than 5 games that doesn't have a goal. Roddy with it. Just dance, Roddy. Go in. Passes it across. He gathers the loose puck. He'll skate in. He'll shoot one. That's saved. Another attempt. No. Costello on the rebound. Roddy shoots one again. Saved. Another chance by Costello's kicked away. Out in front. Rodriguez shoots and scores! Hell yes, Roddy. Get him the puck. It's Rodriguez's first as a Cat, and it's a 10 spot for Kentucky. 11 seconds. For the first time since December of 2006, the Cats post back-to-back shutouts as they sweep the Falcons. Is Caden Dalton for the Cats. It's Cortapella, Costello, and Koskinen, Holtz, Rakitic, and Arlie Cutler in net. As we are underway as it's sent in by Costello. And sent around the boards right to Bauman. Tied up with Costello. Sent out to the point to Rakitic. He'll send one on net. That's deflected in by Costello! 15 seconds in, it's Costello with his 8th of the season, and it's 1-0 Kentucky. .6:20 to play. Here's Coens. Send it up to Kempa, who sent it back down, but it'll be taken by Chabot. Chabot skating into D'Amico, who fires one quickly just past the post. Kept in by Burke. That deflects off the stick of Kempa, and he'll turn around, fire it back towards the blue line, kept back in by Burke, back off of Kempa, and finally Kempa wins the battle and clears it out of the zone. Perez turned it over as Laube was standing right in his way. Laube brings it in. Turnaround pass. Here's Gert. Fires one in and scores! Chabot with the deflection from the stick of Colton Gert. It's 2-0 Kentucky. It's Chabot's 17th of the season. And that's Colton Gert's first point this season. Here's Eastlag, gets tripped up, taken down. And Cincinnati will touch up. And we have our first power play. Into the box will go Jake Lamlin. He picked up a couple of penalties last night. So the Cats go to the power play. They're 0 for their last 6. And the last 3 games. They were 0 for last night. They were 0 for all of the BG weekend. Here's Holt scoring! They're not 0 for anymore. 3 seconds into the power play. It's Colin Holtz with his first of the season. Seems to calm down, and we are okay. It was just being hateful for a moment, but obviously didn't want anybody to see Cincinnati score. Tie up over in the corner. 1 minute to play. Here's a pass out to Laube. Laube steps across, backhands it towards goal. Here's D'Amico who scores! It's the captain, Gabe D'Amico, on the rebound for his 16th of the year. 4-1 Kentucky. 50 seconds left here in the second. Chabot left it behind for D'Amico. Now left it for Chabot, back to D'Amico. Out front to Laube, looking for a deflection and just goes into the corner. Bounces off the back heel of Ancona. Laube fires one deep into the corner. 25 seconds to play. Loose puck picked up by Ancona. Across the blue line. Had his pocket picked by Laube, and Chabot gets tripped up, taken down. Loose puck finds Kyle Burke. Drop to D'Amico. Here's Laube shooting on and scores! This time it's going on the score sheet as Laube. His 3rd of the year, and it's 5-1. He'll cross the blue line, left it across for Brown, but it deflected away from him just beyond Cutler. And now it's Laube, and he floats it high. Chabot on his horse. Gathers the puck, throws it out to D'Amico, looking for Laube, who scores on an empty net! Jake Laube with his 2nd of the game, 4th of the season. It's 7-1. 9 points on Louisville, and the Cards have 7 games left in conference play, 2 of them against Kentucky. And that puck, here comes D'Amico, potential 2-on-1, out to Laube. He'll shoot and scores! A hattie for Laube! Off the top of the boards. Takes a weird little bounce as Holtz has it. And shoulder checks Sunderhouse. Sunderhouse was coming with a full head of steam, and Holtz read it and just laid the boom. The loose puck is tied up. Costello racing after it. Got it over to Lippa. Tries to keep it at the blue line and does. Here's LaRue. Fires one in and scores! What a goal from LaRue. His 7th of the season, 4th. And his last 13, and it's 2-0 Kentucky. Up top, down low to Quinn. Quinn looked across. Now he'll skate in up to Tim Burke. He'll shoot one and scores! Colin Holtz from the deflection out in front from the shot of Tim Burke. It's Holtz's 2nd of the season. It's a power play goal, and it's 3-0. Face-off won by Quinn. And taken by Johnston. Out towards Carrio. Racing in on Underwood. Plays it just beyond Cutler. And Carrio falls down. Gets it out to Cantini. Ohio State now pressuring. Johnson, far side. Brings it around the boards as Underwood pinches in and gets Carrio away from the puck. LaRue out to Quinn. Quinn coming in. He'll look. He gets him, dinks around. A backhand chance by LaRue and scores! Overtime winner. It's Mark LaRue burying it. As the Cats hold on and win.